Hey everybody, can you tell where I am? London, baby. So, came to London. Be honest, a lot of horror stories about coming back to the UK from being out of the country and being in Russia. Oh, you're going to get stopped, you know, delete all your apps, do this, do that. And I thought to give a very fair, honest and strictly scientific assessment. I needed to do none of that. Didn't delete the apps. Just thought I'm going to rock up, see what happens. So throw me in prison and throw me in prison. Is what it is. But no trouble at all. My passport and I have been out of the country for over a year. So to be honest, I thought that was going to flag a bit, but it didn't. And presented the passport at border. I had more grief in Turkey at Istanbul than I did in London. Sochi, no trouble at all, as to be expected, very efficient. Istanbul, well, if you've ever been through Istanbul, maybe you've had a good experience, but every time I've been through Istanbul, I'll tell you what it feels like. It feels like they are not interested in you at all. It feels that all they want to do is get you away from their desk. Not interested in giving you accurate information. And once again, that was the same case. Oh yeah, go down there, the other end of the airport. So you go to the other end of the airport and somebody there says, no, you're in the wrong place, you've got to go out the other end. Well, we just come from there. Yeah, but that's where you've got to go. Yeah, but we just come from there. So you have that. Backwards and forwards. And then finally got a policeman, and he said, yeah, we need to go through here. Now, you might be wondering why we have so much hassle. Well, just trust me, we do. So, yeah, Istanbul was its usual helpful self, not. But London, zero hassle. Got off the plane. Pre-booked tickets for the train to go to Victoria, and no hassle, straight through. Gates open straight away on the biometric passport. That was that. So no stopping, no hours of questioning, you know, and all the other stories. Didn't delete any of my apps. Nobody asked to see my phone. No, nothing. So that's a good thing, to be honest, because I was dreading coming back here. Why should I be? I'm a British citizen. At the end of the day, I should be able to come and go in this country as I please. The government likes to bang on about free speech, so yeah, you've got to practice what you preach. And I've got to say, maybe I slipped through the net. Maybe they thought I was coming in on another port and they got all their dates wrong. Maybe at Dover there were 300 armed police waiting for me. Or maybe I'm a nobody and I don't care. Whatever. Either way, zero hassle. And now we're at Buckhouse. Now normally at this point I'd pop along and see Lizzie. She ain't there no more, is she? Dropped in for a cuppa. Popped into Balmoral once to see her there. But I don't know, they didn't seem very hospitable. Didn't really want to let us in the gate. Anyhow, no more Lizzie. We've got Charlie in there, haven't we? And last year we actually saw him coming out. There was some kind of do going on. Can't remember what it was. But yeah, it's on my channel somewhere. Charlie coming out. Lots of dignitaries all wandering about. But yeah, here we are in London. I just thought I'd give you a quick tour. It's going to be not much of a tour, to be honest. We're hobbling along because I've torn all my calf muscles. Swimming, of all things. See, exercise is bad for you. People say, oh, you should exercise regularly, it's good for you. No. I get more injuries through bloody exercising than I do anything else, so. There we go, so we're hobbling along. And weather's, it's a bit cloudy, but it's Britain. And we've got some, was it a passing out parade or something? Who knows? We've got a band playing. Was it Gurkhas maybe? Don't know. Going to be a lot of this sort of stuff going on, I think, now in Britain. You know, trying to get people to rally behind the British troops to defend the realm and all this bullshit that they're coming up with. Anyhow. You'll have to do that. London Central Garrison. There we go. And they look like Gurkhas, I think. Not many of them. Anyhow, all to drum up support, isn't it, for the military, because the imminent threat of death and danger from Russia going to invade. Dear oh dear. We fall for this shit, don't we? When I say we, not all of us. But yeah, a lot of chest beating and bangs of drums at the moment. Diana, Princess of Wales Memorial Walk. There you go. Poor old Di. Didn't deserve what happened to her, did she? Ah, play with the establishment, they come after you, don't they? Allegedly, of course. It's all hearsay. But yeah, Buckhouse through there. You've all seen Buckhouse. I'm not allowed in it, so pretty sure I wouldn't let him in my house either, really. Here we are. If I could find out how to reverse this camera, I'd do that rather than keep doing this. So that's going to do your head in. But oh, geezer, he's having a sing, isn't he? Jamaican version, Yardie version of Seasons in the Sun. Hey. That's the first. Yardie Jamaican version of Seasons in the Sun. London, baby. Yeah, am I pleased to be back? I'm looking forward to certain things. One of them I've already crossed off. So we obviously arrived at Gatwick. Got the train to Victoria. Oh, tree rat. Hello, Mr. Tree Rat. See, that's what happens when you bury your nuts. There we go. Yeah, train to Victoria, into WH Smith's to get a SIM card. Mine's been turned off. The rotters. And then into Spoons, Wetherspoons for the UK Massive, for an English breakfast, which was, meh. To be honest, the wife does a better version at home, but nevertheless, when in Rome, order an English breakfast. So we did. So that was right. So that's one thing ticked off. Got a few other things to tick off. See the kids. Looking forward to that. I'm going to video it this time. So I surprised my kids last year, and it was epic. It's sort of it's one of them things that you normally see on YouTube, you know, homecoming kind of thing. I had Find iPhone turned on both my kids, and when we came back I didn't let them know that I was coming, and I saw that my son was about 15 mile away in another town, and thought, okay, I'm gonna have to plan this. And all of a sudden he's on the move, and I watched him on Find iPhone, and he went to the gym in Eastbourne, where we come from. Oh, perfect. So drove down to the gym, sneaked in there nice and stealthily, saw the owner, said, look, I haven't seen my boy for over a year, and he's in here lifting at the moment. Do you mind if I surprise him? And he's like, oh, excellent, brilliant. And I didn't video it, but I should have done. But anyhow, walked in the gym, and there's my boy and his mate, sat on the floor, tying up their shoes. So I just walked straight up to him, because he wasn't obviously looking for me or expecting me. Walked straight up to him, stood over him and said, make sure you've done them shoes up tight, mate. And he just looked up and went, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's all he could get out of his mouth, which was brilliant. Absolutely awesome. And then did the same with my daughter. It was a little bit more tricky. Took a little bit more deviousness. But, yeah. Rocked up to see my daughter. And my son was in on it, so he said to her, oh, can you come and help me lift this computer out the back of the car? And she fell for that. So when she walked around the back of his car to help lift the computer, up popped Dad. And I just said to her, what are you doing here? And that was that. Dad! Tears. It was mega. Absolutely. 2 moments I'll never forget for the rest of my life. And guess what? I'm going to do it again today. So kids, you're going to see this after I've got you. And remember what you said last year, Taylor? I shall never trust you again, Dad. Never. You're not going to get me again. Yep. So I've been sowing the seed for a couple of weeks now. A little bit of diversion. Obviously it was Father's Day yesterday, so I figured I'd be getting phone calls and stuff, and we were travelling at the time, so I thought, well, be my luck, they'll ring. As we're in the airport, and there's a nice airport announcement talking about Sochi. So I had to sow some seeds. Told them we were going away for a couple of days into the mountains where I've got no signal. I do have Wi-Fi connection when I'm at the hotel. Sorry, Cody. No, I'm not. Can't wait to see you later. It'll be funny. Very emotional as well. Anyhow, that's me waffling. So I'm going to catch the kids out later. But at the moment, we're in St James's Park. Thought I'd come and see the parrots, but I can't see any. So no parrots. What about? Oh, no geese. No pelicans. And normally this corner is parrot corner. No, I'm not joking. There's a flock of parrots that usually reside in these areas, and pelicans. But yeah, not today. Anyhow, we're going to get on with our day. I've got an appointment up Toon, and then we've got to make our way down to the coast. But yeah, I'll probably do another little video in a minute without me waffling, just so you can have a little look at St James's Park. It's lovely when it's green. Like I say, as I always say, if you visit England as a tourist, you will love it. you will just think, oh my god, it's amazing. But this isn't how most people live. This is how, you know, the big boys, the top earners live in London, in central London, where everything's pretty. Buckingham Palace, St James's Park, Hyde Park, all of the attractions, you know, Tower of London, Big Ben, all of that. All looks great and wonderful. But the average person doesn't live anywhere near that. The average person's struggling to keep their head above water. But when you see videos like that, or like this, sorry, you just think, oh, it's all lies, wonderful, wonderful London, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, a thin veil, I'm afraid. But anyhow, we'll be here for a couple of weeks, I guess. And maybe by the time you see this, maybe I won't post them until I get back. But maybe by the time you see them, I'll have returned, and then I can give you a report on going back into Russia. Because again, I've heard all the horror stories. Going to get stopped at the border, yada yada. Now, what I will say to that is, I went to Crimea completely by accident, and border controls there, and I thought, Englishman on a visa going to Crimea, this could get interesting. No problem, absolutely lovely. And I've got to say that about the Russian authorities. The police, when I've been stopped by them, absolutely lovely. Never a load of attitude or anything, just been very polite, very helpful. Same at the border control, found that. So we'll just have to wait and see when I get back into Sochi. But I fully expect to be questioned, fully expect. Given the current situation, why wouldn't they? A Brit coming into Russia under the current situation. So yeah, I'll give you an update on that. Hey Goosey. Coots, these white things, I think. The black things with the white beaks. What a pretty thing, isn't it? No swan, look. Chinese duck, is it? Yeah, you know what I'm thinking. Pancakes. Anyhow, very pretty. Little fountain going on. Horse guards up there. Nice. Nice to visit. Can't afford to live here. But yeah, like I say, give a report on getting back into Russia when I get back into Russia. But for now, thanks for watching. Maybe I'll post the gotcha videos of the kids when I get them later and all. That'll be funny. But watch out for more. And as I always say, see you in the next one.